Hey everyone, I'm Katie Daryl, and today we are at home and social with the one, the only, Paul Stanley. Hello and welcome.
Nice to be here. Welcome to my, actually, this is the bedroom.
Ooh, la la. You have a new album, sir, and I want to know all about it. This is the Soul Station album, and what's great about this is a nod back, an homage to Motown. Tell me all about this.
I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, a lot of Memphis Stax, a lot of Philly soul, Motown, all of that, and before that. So that's very much the cornerstone, one of the cornerstones of what I do. Certainly people will associate me more with some of the British hard rock bands that also spawned, a bunch of bands, us included. But honestly, as far back as I can remember, I was lucky as a teen. I got to see Otis Redding. When I was younger than that, I saw Solomon Burke. The Temptations. That really is a key part of my music. So there's this great music that unfortunately has been relegated to being samples in rap tunes, and that's fine. But people need to hear this music, and perhaps one way to hear it is for somebody to pick up the flag and become flag bearer. So Soul Station is 15 or 17 people, depending upon the configuration. People of all different nationalities and ethnicities and backgrounds who really love this music and want to see it played with respect and reverence and accuracy. So we started out as a live band. It wasn't a band in the studio that now wants to play live. We played live and then said, this is too good, let's go in the studio. So a lot of the songs that are on the album are classics by the Spinners, the Temptations, the Four Tops, Delphonics, a lot of great music. And then there's also 5 new tunes, because I thought it was important for us to base ourselves in the past, but also take this music into the present. So I think we've done it fairly well because everybody thinks it's seamless. It's really hard to tell what's what.
You did mention that you grew up listening to that stuff. How did it get introduced into your life? Because I know you grew up with your parents listening to like classical music and opera. How did rock and roll and R&B find you?
I think the beauty of what I grew up in was my parents believed in exposing us to all kinds of music, all kinds of art. For me, there's 2 kinds of music, good and bad. And the idea of just listening to one type of music is like eating one type of food. It's boring. It's not nourishing. I grew up listening to classical music, opera, R&B, bluegrass, rock and roll too. The music in the house was really endless, and for me, it was a great ear-opening experience to know how much music is out there and that there's something great in all of it. There's bad in all of it, and there's good in all of it, and I can't imagine just exposing myself or playing one kind of music. Some people say, well, stay in your lane. I don't drive in one lane. Who does? Why should we? So for me, it's just about business or life as usual. I want to do what I want to do. I'm not a rock singer. I've always considered myself a singer who sings rock.
How do you control your stage presence? Because obviously so many people are used to seeing the Starchild on stage, okay? And I mean, if there's a showman out there, you're the showman. And you put on this beautiful romantic live performance with Soul Station. And it's not that you're holding back, it's just that you're doing something different. when you're on stage, do you feel a different vibe and it leads you there? Or do you have to be conscious and be like, I shouldn't take my boot and kick it in someone's face?
No, really. It's what's appropriate in different situations. We're all different in different situations. And it doesn't mean that we're different people. It means that we're showing a different side, of who we are. For somebody to think that I would go up on stage with Soul Station and do what I do in Kiss. First of all, when you're playing a smaller venue, you relate to people a different way. When you're playing to 20,000, 120,000 people, I think the best way to grab them is to be physically large and to be vocally large. But in a different setting, that's it would be jarring and unproductive. It would be against what the nature of these songs are.
The original lineup of Kiss, you guys met or found each other through a variety of ways. I know you and Gene met first, but then the rest of you got together because of postings in The Village Voice and Rolling Stone. How did the members of Soul Station come together?
It's crazy.
Phone numbers on a bathroom wall.
Yeah, for a good time call. No, it was like the planets lined up. Truly, there was no auditioning or anything like that. I actually knew a few people that I knew I wanted involved. I wanted our drummer, Eric Singer, because the guy is comfortable in any style of playing and is really a phenomenal musician. So it was Eric, and the guitar player was Rafael Moreira, who played with me in my last solo band and also has worked with Pink and Christina Aguilera and on and on. And we just built from there. And it was a matter of phone calls to people. And lo and behold, we wound up with this lineup. And everybody in the band feels like they've known each other forever. And we have a ball. I got to say, it's strange to all of us how much fun we have and how familiar we all feel when we had no prior experience together. The thing that was important to us, and I think was important to a lot of the music that was made back in the day, is it was about passion, not about perfection. I think that it's very easy to get hung up in the studio. You look at a computer screen, and that's what tells you what's perfect. Well, I'm not interested in what's perfect. I want us to not forego passion, maybe a little imperfection, but that's what makes great music great. I started this with a dream and a passion for a certain kind of music. And usually when I do something that means a lot to me and pleases me, it's going to please somebody else because, we're not all that different from each other. And again, I think that there's no faking passion. I think there's no faking emotional connection and joy. And that's what this music is.
The album is called Now and Then. It's Soul Station. And if you forget any of that information, just Google Paul Stanley because all of it is right there on his website. Thanks very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Nice to be here.
Hey there. Thanks for watching AXS TV. Subscribe, follow, like, and do all the good stuff. And make sure you leave a comment below. I don't know. Just let us know what your favorite AXS TV show is or who your favorite bands are and what artists you're into. Or just say hi, man. I'd like to be told hi. We love hearing from you. That's the point, all right? Keep it coming.